Ah, the Rotsun. This is our 1971 Datsun 240Z that is Roadkill's favorite turbocharged rust bucket. For the past 5 years or so, we've had a love-hate relationship with the car. Finnegan loves it, and I hate it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's awesome and everything, but it is also so hacked and so rusty. But my biggest gripe is that it never fails to fail us. Every time I get excited about it, it breaks my heart. The first time was in episode 25 when the V6 Chevy-powered 240Z was our pick to win our shootout, but it broke on us. And then we added a junkyard turbo and got kicked off an autocross due to an excessive amount of smoke because of an oiling problem with the turbocharger. And then we thrashed it against a brand new Subaru in a shootout until it overheated on the way to the final event. But then we rescued it, and it let us down again at Willow Springs International Raceway, where we were going to race it against the Jaguar with Randy Topes.
Oh, that's bad.
But instead of giving up on her, we decided to fix the engine, add a cage, and race it at the 24 Hours of Lemons. Everything was going great, except for a whole slew of problems like the wastegates falling off, electrical issues, the transmission breaking, and eventually the engine completely seizing up. So finally, we retired that Chevy V6 and replaced it with a Ford 5.0 V8 from a Fox Body Mustang. It was like a new car again, with more power and a beautifully obnoxious hater pipe and turbos sticking out of the engine bay. And all was great until we tried to drag race it against the Crusher Impala, and the rear end thought all of our new power was pure evil and spit the axle shafts into oblivion. Now, after years of letting us down and years of neglect, we're giving the Rotsun yet another chance to crush our dreams and break our bankroll.
It's been 2 years since I paid any attention to this thing whatsoever.
I'm so excited to be here. This thing's a legend. Look at it. It sucks so bad. It makes me so happy.
Forgotten how great this part of it is, though.
Yeah, oh, this is magic. But none of it looks like
this part.
Yeah, none of it looks like it functions. Like I see a wire harness, a differential, half a transmission, and nothing's plumbed anymore.
Yeah.
This was a running, driving car when I broke something in the back end of it at the drag strip 2 years ago.
And after that, like, Lucky took it apart for us, and I thought the transmission was broken, but it wasn't, and it was the rear end, and it hasn't. Oh, after that, it went to the SEMA show.
That's right. People stored their backpacks inside of it.
Right.
I genuinely don't know where to start because we're about to work with all new parts that we've never installed. Like, we're going to take out the T5 and put a 6-speed. We've got some eBay parts for a rear differential that we've never installed, and I don't know if it even runs. We just start here and work our way backwards with getting a trans in it and then getting a diff. And
Okay, so trans swap first thing.
Sure.
Okay, let's put it in the air.
There's no good place to go except the floor, which is rusty, and I think this is the part where we lift the car up and cave the floor in. Whoa, it's bouncing the back off. It seems much safer.
Wow. As I gaze at the soft underbelly of the Rotsun, I am reminded precisely how horrible this car truly is. I can't even believe we had anything to weld to when they put the roll cage in here. The rust over here on this frame rail is epic, and the patchwork of sheet metal and garbage, pretty bad. But we're gonna make it faster anyway. It looks like we're gonna have to start by removing the stock T5 transmission bell housing. That's what we've always had in this thing. A T5 is fragile like glass. It cannot handle this kind of power. We're gonna be installing a T56, which will take a different bell housing and clutch, but I think we're also gonna have to make some clearance here in the tunnel, so that's gonna be more hacking work. And I am freaking out about what we're gonna do for a transmission cross member because there's like nothing to attach to under here, so that'll be a thing. And then back in the back, I am reminded that there is currently no differential in this car at all. And so we're gonna have to fix that. We're also gonna